Hello, everyone. How are you? Good? Good. Okay. I'm going to be talking about Campaign Smackdown today. I am Siouxsie Jennett, the president of Mambo Media. We're an interactive marketing agency here in Portland. We help B2B, B2C, and nonprofits determine their marketing strategy and then execute on it. Our Campaign Smackdown today is because there was a Washington initiative, a ballot initiative just in November, and they asked us to do some promotion through social media. And so we thought we'd take equal amounts of dollars and do a Facebook versus Google AdWords smackdown. So this was not a good campaign scenario. We had 3 weeks, no historical branding, and a limited budget. Not ideal. But we only had one key objective, and that was increased exposure. So it was very simple for us to decide what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. So increased exposure was our key objective here. And in politics, that's it. Repetition, tell them over and over again. So who's your demo? Males, ages 35 to 64, and females 60 and over in the state of Washington. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, and then the nice thing about this is we just split it equally so that we could really do a smackdown and evaluate it from a controlled experiment, and did $1,800 on each platform. Sorry. Okay, so as you can see in Facebook, you can get really targeted with your demo. You can talk about, their ages, where they live, super targeted, whereas on Facebook, or on AdWords, as you know, you sponsor keywords, or you go into the content network. So these are very different ways of doing it. And then in Google, on analytics, they come back and they give you impressions and click-throughs, pretty traditional stuff. Whereas on Facebook, can you tell where we're going on who won? On Facebook, we can tell what shows they're watching, we can tell what books they're reading. I mean, it was unbelievable the kind of demographics and psychographics we were getting back from them on Facebook. So very different kind of feedback. Okay, smackdown on impressions, hands down, check this out. Facebook, 7.5 million impressions to our targeted demo. It was like, that was incredible for us. And then on Google AdWords, 34,000. On click-throughs, now Google AdWords did win on click-throughs, and that makes a lot of sense because it was a targeted sponsored ad and not a demo. And so if people typed in that initiative, they clicked through on it. But this wasn't a key objective, so it wasn't really bothering us, but I did want to be fair and say they won on that. And then last is customer acquisition, also not a key objective, but boy, we almost doubled their Facebook fans in 3 weeks with $1,800. That's pretty incredible. Okay, who won? Facebook, hands down. I'm not a big Facebook fan. It's not like, I'm working for Facebook, but this was absolutely hands down. Highly targeted demos and psychos. I can tell you, Hummer drivers in the Pearl. Not that there's many, but I could. I can reach new targeted audiences, so I can say all those following Mambo. Those are the only people that I want to target. That's exceptional. I can't do that on Google. I get massive exposure for minimal cost. My target demo saw that ad 7 times. If somebody types in that initiative, they're never going to go back to Google and type it in again. They found the site. So this is different, very different. And then last but not least, for customer acquisition, again, almost doubled their customer acquisition without that being a goal at all for $1,800. So pretty incredible. Okay, so who won? I liken this to Bluetooth versus my favorite Martian cell phone. I mean, it's unbelievable, really. We've been doing SEO and search engine AdWords since it existed, and there has never been anything more effective for us, especially if one of our clients can give us very specific demos and psychographics that we need to target. Facebook, hands down. That does not eliminate, it's not mutually exclusive. You still want to do Google AdWords, but move over Google. There's a new 800-pound gorilla in town. 23% of all display ads last quarter were placed in Facebook. And as you know from the Adidas presentation, they've only been doing ads for 2 years. So that's an incredible, incredible statistic. Thank you very much. Really enjoyed presenting.